Hey guys, welcome in.
Hello?
Hey guys, welcome in.
There are five of us or just four?
It's five. We're seeing, I think, Josh and one more person from here. So it's actually then it's just six then.
Okay.
Let's give them a couple more minutes. And if they don't join, then I guess we can get started then as well. But let's give them a couple more minutes. Meantime, I'm just gonna go over the notes we had for from the Unit 3 video. Okay, well, it's 5:33 here. Haven't shown up yet. We can go and get started then. And if they come in, they come in.
Sounds
All
good.
right. Gotcha here. So let's go ahead. How's everybody's week been coming along? I know it's Wednesday, so hump day. So hey, still got plenty more of the day to go here, but how's everyone's week been coming along?
Okay.
It's
Going pretty
good?
good, Carrie?
I'm ready
Nice.
for Friday.
Same here. Yeah. Yeah, I just can't wait for this week to be over and all these assignments to be done as well from here.
Right.
Has anyone gotten a chance to take a look at the document here then for the mini RA? Let's look at the piece here yet.
I did read over it this morning.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. It felt lukewarm to me, honestly.
Same here. Same here. I was looking at the argument structure of it, and I was just like, she makes a couple of points, a couple of things, so argument wise, but in terms of like logos, I was just like, it could be stronger, could be better from here. I mean, I could see several points where and that's what I'll probably include in my essay. It's like, here's how I think she could have improved it from here. But I mean, Gabby Giffords has gone through enough and knows a lot more than I do for tons of things. So I don't think she any chance to take my advice for things. But that's a cool thing I just add in, like in the conclusion, and be like, if I had written this, I would have made this better, or made these arguments and these evidence things. But how about for you guys, Rhiannon, have you had a chance to look over the piece? Any thoughts on
Um,
it?
I looked at it, but I didn't have the chance to read it this morning.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Basically, so you did manage to read it though, right? You just or just a glance over.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you can tell from me and Carrie's view, we're just like the argument can be a little bit better. She definitely constructed a little bit better from her things. So yeah, when you get a chance to read it from here, hopefully that doesn't bias your thoughts on it from here as well. And maybe if you are saying it's not lukewarm, or you're saying maybe it actually is a good strong argument, you can definitely put it down here, like, hey, this is why I think it's stronger. This is why I think why she did a really good job with it as well.
Hmm.
What do you think? What do you think of the uh readings from here as well? Did you get a chance to read and take a look at it?
Yeah, I just read it once, but I didn't really quite get it.
Gotcha. Is it just like what was the parts that you were confused on?
Well, analyzing everything.
Oh, gotcha. Analyzing from the argument and things.
Yeah,
Oh no, I gotcha from here. Let me see. I can kind of share my screen from here and we can go through together. Hi, honey. I'm in a Zoom meeting. Sorry, my fiance's in the background from here. Let me see if I can share this so we can go through together here, guys. That'll make it easier to help us out, and then we can all jump in together and how about explore. So let's share my screen. Okay, nice. Let's share. Right. Can you guys see the article then on my computer?
yeah,
Nice. All right, so expand this out. How about now? You guys can still see it, right? Is
Yes.
it full screen? Okay, gotcha. All right. But yeah. So from the way I was reading it here, and you guys can jump in and let me know if it doesn't make sense logical wise or how it flows. The way I read it here is she's, talking about her initial feelings and thoughts and about the shooting that occurred. Um, and then as she goes through on, she basically is like, here's my reaction. Here's the reaction I had from my colleagues. She was also, I don't know if you might not know this from here. I mean, I forgot. There's also, there might be an age difference of like people who remember this event, people who have been from here. But this was definitely a big thing I remember growing up as well. So Gabrielle Giffords, I don't know if maybe you did a Google search or something here. I'll just explain for the rest of everybody else. So she was a member of Congress who was shot in the head directly, point blank, when she was out and about with the local constituents. And it was a pretty big thing from here because it's pretty rare for anybody, for a local congressperson. Yeah, it's pretty rare at that time, I should say. We've had a bunch of things going on here in the past last few years here right now with political figures and attempted assassination attempts. So yeah, but at this time, at the moment here, back when initial shooting from here, it was a big, huge thing. And then this incident here, you can tell from the article, was a shooting at a congressional baseball event. So a couple of people were shot, a couple of people were killed as well. So she's basically relaying back to her memories of how her colleagues must have felt when she was shot. And she's also later on in this piece talking about the need for courage because she says it here, and I think this is, I would say, the strongest part of her argument to me, is just basically like we've done this before. We've all had this history. We've all seen this day in and day out here in America, whether shootings where we have this big talk about it and then really nothing happens. So I think she does a really good job in my understanding in terms of the logos of being like, we've done this before. Here's this pattern. It happens again. And her solution is courage, that we need to find some way to break that pattern and hopefully become better and find out options. And she uses that example primarily with the Capitol Police, the law enforcement staff who are going in and jumping in to help. She cites that as her evidence. She also, let me scroll down the second page from here, Dr. Capitol Police, but also the members of the military that we're asking them to do these big important things, especially on her own ship, the USS Gabriel Giffords. And she's like, we're asking these people to do these things that's, pretty scary, pretty tough, but we ask them to have courage. Why can't we as congressional people do this? So she says we need to put aside any differences to work together, stop this, and make sure that we have safety as our key goal and everyone can work together to accomplish this thing here. And so yeah, she basically ends her piece from here of just being like, stand together, let's work together, everybody, and all have courage to find a solution to this. Does that work well as an explanation here? Let me know if you guys also had other things to notice or other things on the argument side as well.
Yeah, I think that was a good a good summary, definitely.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How she put it together. It just felt
Mm-hmm.
for me, it just felt like there wasn't a flow from
Yeah.
one thing to the other.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it was the numbers on the left that were throwing me off because I
Oh
read them
yeah.
I read them as bullet points and I was like, oh, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know.
You think it felt like it more like she was jumping around because she had the initial part here where she was talking about the courage and the history of it, and then she just goes straight into like emulates other people. Because I can
Mm,
definitely see that element, but then she talks about her role as a congressperson, and then talks about the switch over to the military when it's like, hey, if you're talking about the Capitol Police people, then talk about the military as well, and then you can talk about your role as a congressperson. Like I honestly feel like this paragraph 13, you know, just in my writing and editing experience could have just been cut out. Just being like, thanks for letting me know about that, Gabby. We didn't know about that either. I mean, that doesn't really help your argument or statement from here. You just kind of get rid of it.
right, right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that 13's more like fluff
Exactly. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. As someone who's definitely written out essays to meet page requirements, I can recognize fluff when I can see it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was definitely something I noted that I needed to work on.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um,
So we talked about logos. I think she does. I mean, she doesn't. Well, she does mention a little bit here early on about her history with this, but I think she makes
mhm.
a good place in terms of ethos. I would say with you guys. She's like, hey, you guys should trust me. I'm a victim of these shootings before. I'm a person who works in Congress. I've seen this history of things. And she says this entire history of what we've done before. So I think she does a pretty good statement of like, you guys should trust me as an ethics person. I've been a victim from this from here. Um, and I know my colleagues and people who are dealing with this as well. So I think that works well for the ethos element then. To be honest, ethos is definitely something that I'm still trying to understand. So I hopefully can find more evidence of proper ethos. But I think in terms of her of credibility as an author, I think she did a pretty good job.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. So we got logos, we got ethos. Oh, hey Josh, hey Leo. Right now we're just going over the assignment from here. Just kind of go over it together. Just hey, what we're thinking about in terms of like the logos, ethos elements. Then our me and Carrie's takes here is just that it's kind of the argument's kind of lukewarm from here. We feel like that she could have done better. We both pointed out some fluff that were just like, hey, that could have just been taken out from here. It would have been back to our argument. For you guys though, what are your guys' thoughts? Have you guys got a chance to look at it from here, or any thoughts on it from here in terms of her argument style?
Can you repeat that again? What
Oh,
did you
sure,
say?
sure. So no, yeah. Hey, Josh. Just asking, what are your guys' thoughts? Have you guys got a chance to look at this? Any thoughts on her argument, in terms of using the logos, ethos, pathos, and kairos as well?
I mean, I haven't really got to look at it yet, but
Mm-hmm.
once I do, since from all the Zoom meetings and stuff, like I know
Mm-hmm.
like what all of them mean. So once I look
Nice.
at it, I'll figure out what they're using in it and stuff.
Nice. Sounds good. How about you, Leo? What do you think?
Oh shoot. So I literally just got done driving when I
Oh no,
joined.
no,
I,
you're good. You're good.
people were driving too slow and stop and go traffic was not my friend, especially on the interstate.
No, exactly here. Have you got a chance to take a look at this piece at all here yet, though?
I did. I don't remember everything fully though. So I'm pulling it up on my computer right now.
No, you're good. I'm also sharing it on my end here as well, so you can definitely take a look and
Oh,
see as well from here if any thoughts or opinions on it as well. But yeah, so we're thinking the logos, ethos, and then I think Kairos. Really, yeah, just mentioned like literally within like the couple of weeks of it, of just being like, yeah, this is the moment from here. You know, this is the exact timing. We kind of know what's going to happen again. So I think she does a good element of the Kairos element, of talking the timing of the moment. So I think that was, I guess, yeah, that's my just opinion on the Kairos. It's just like, hey, she was right there. It's not right there, but she's putting out this essay and this argument here as soon as she can, while the event is still pressing people's mind from here. So I think that's definitely a pretty good element of that. What do you guys think for the timing as well?
My vote is it is at a good time.
Mhm.
I agree that strike while the iron's hot, and I think that putting it out as soon as she could write it
Mhm.
was definitely the best use of that element.
Mhm.
Um, so for Kairos, I 100% think it's fabulous.
Mhm.
Now, and I know I'm jumping to
Oh no, you're
pathos.
fine. You're good.
Uh, I feel like it could have been a little more on the hit people in the feelings. I don't know.
Mhm.
And maybe that's why the lukewarm aspect of it for me, because I felt like it could have been more compelling. I guess.
Mhm. Mhm. No, I think you really hit the nail on the head there actually, because she's making these evidence of like, hey, here's what we've done, here's what it's for, and then the pathos element, she's like, we just gotta have courage, and I'm like, all right, sure, I
Yeah.
guess I'll get courage from here, but there's probably been like a better way to get a stronger emotion from here.
Right.
Like, I feel like maybe a stronger element could have been like her being like, hey, this happened before to me personally, and now it happened again to my colleagues. I should feel like disgust or like some form of shame that this has happened again, and then use that to maybe wrap around the end. It's like, well, like with this shame on us here, we can then get courage to rectify this or own up to our mistakes and stop this from happening. I mean, that's how I could see it go for stronger emotion. Because yeah, that also talks about our assumption of here as well, of just being like, hey, this has happened before. We should feel, some form of shame. This happened to her personally, but she doesn't bring that in for that element. She's just like, hey, this happened. Here's the emotion that we need is courage, and that's basically it. So it might be a case though that she did kind of strike while the iron's hot, but it wasn't maybe fully developed in terms of her argument, other than just being we need to act. So
Okay. Now you could talk more about the effect it had on people's families or
yeah.
her family
Mm-hmm.
and what her like life stage was. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think there could have been more tugging at heartstrings
Mm-hmm.
um in this particularly.
Like I'm looking at paragraph 12, and there's just like, hey, she references other shootings, like the baseball shooting. Children can go to school. Maybe the things that are popping in was the Sandy Hook,
Mm.
and then Friends Meet at a Dance Club makes me think of the Pulse nightclub shooting as well. But all she's saying is, yeah, we can work together to make everybody, feel safe in public and these things. And I'm like, yeah, you could probably be more explicit on talking about your things from here. Or honestly, she could have gotten a lot of pathos. I mean, this might be from like me being like, how do I get the most bang out of my buck? But probably from her own experience. I mean, she talks about it as well of like, hey, when this event occurred, here's how my lawmakers felt. And now here's how I felt watching that scene. But she would also talk about like, hey, as a survivor of this, I've been through this. I had to go through so much physical therapy. She was like physically disfigured as well. And just talking about like what this does and has an impact on you. and being like, this is why she does her things. But she's just like, hey, I'm just doing this. Here's this pathos. Just get courage. We've done this before, and that's it. So I don't know.
Right.
Maybe that I could also, her personal part. She's already talked about this plenty of times, and maybe she has like a book or two out already about her experience. But I think just for this moment, it'd be nice to hammer it again of just like, hey, I survived this, guys. It's really terrible. It really does suck to have this happen again.
Right.
hmm
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so we've talked about the main elements from here. Logos, but sorry, me and Kara just like going back and forth from here. I just want to check with you
Right.
guys as well. What are your guys' thoughts on those elements as well, like the pathos elements? Like, did you guys feel emotions as well when you're reading this piece, or how are attempts? Do you think they're working well in terms of provoking any emotions from you guys?
Since she's like the survivor or whatever, like I feel like
Mhm.
it really plays a big role. Like people like swaying their emotions towards that, or like
Mhm.
finding a way to like agree with her in some ways, even if you don't. You just, since she's a survivor, like it plays the biggest role in like
Mhm.
swaying your judgment or like seeing her side of it, and like she just wants to be safe like out in public and stuff like that.
Mhm. Oh yeah, that's a good element here, Josh. Yeah, like we talked about here is like playing, referencing more of her survivor element from here, using that as a way to build up pathos as well.
Yeah, building up her argument for that. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Let's see here. Leo, do you have what do you think from here as well in terms of that pathos element? Do you think you felt any emotions from her argument from here, or did it fall flat for you as well?
I'm trying to currently pull it up right now and find it.
Oh, sounds good. Sounds good.
I had to switch between my phone to my computer, and apparently my Bluetooth connection isn't the absolute greatest when it comes to my laptop. So
Oh no, no, I got you. I got you here.
I'm just trying to figure out, wondering why I'm not hearing anything in my earbud.
Oh no, you're good. Just let me put up a notepad as well,
Uh,
just making sure. Okay. Nice. So yeah, we talked about this article from here. I know the other things. So I just watched the video here for the Unit 3 assignment. And yeah, we talked about this assignment. And then he also wants um our thoughts on the major RA assignment, if we've touched it, looked at it at all, or anything as well. I'll be honest, I have not touched that. I am busy enough as it is. I'll look at the major RA assignment here when it comes time to, because right now I am booked a little bit with all these things from here. I need to go back to the screen thing. God, how do I? Oh, there's too much. There's too much going on here, man. All right. How do I go back to the screen sharing? Zoom. I hate this thing so much. All right. Stop sharing from here. Totally know how to stop sharing because I know how to do this. All right.
Only because we're watching.
Exactly. All right. Oh, there it is. It's a big red button saying stop share. All right. Let's see here. I'm just gonna get that major RA assignment pulled up as well. Okay.
Are you pulling up the workshop draft one, the one that's
Oh yeah.
due?
Yeah, that's the one from here. I titled it in my head and he says it's like the major RA, and my brain was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and share that one here.
The part that sounded interesting about this one is that unless I'm getting this confused with another class, because that's very possible, is that there's two and we're comparing them.
Basically, yeah, like based on the
But
guidelines and everything, we're supposed to
right.
look at it, say like, hey, what did each video did good? Which one did the best
Like,
work from here? And yeah.
right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but no, I have not looked at it aside from talking about it or whatever he said in the video. I have
Mhm.
not because I don't want to confuse myself.
No,
But I need to get done before I deal with that one.
exactly, exactly. Like, let's just finish what we have on our plate right now before we move on to this other thing.
Right.
So it looks like it's well, we're gonna make a couple of things here of this draft and then try not to go, should make at least to page 5. Try not to go beyond 6.5, which does include a works cited page. And then yeah, produce a works cited page, that's expected. And then make a draft and we send this out to the group mates as well after we submit it so that everybody else has a copy of it. Then we need to review those drafts as well. Okay. And then yeah, I think it's just about, yeah, there's 2 arguments why I changed my mind about nuclear power and then why renewables can't save the planet. Oh man, let me just take a quick look to see how long each video is. Okay, 20 minutes, that's fine. That's doable. My brain was like immediately like 20 minutes, no, start panicking. I was like, wait a minute, I can watch this at 2 times speed. Will I understand it better? No, but will it make my brain not freak out about it? Probably better. And then the other one's 17 minutes from here, so that seems fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just put this down in the background of anything from here, and then obviously I'll actively listen so we can understand their arguments and see how well they work as well.
It's good to me.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, I think we hit the nail on the head for most of these things here. The views on the assignments, major RAs. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop sharing, go back to the group from here, just checking on everybody. But yeah, for this assignment then, where's everybody in terms of the organization process? Have you guys, because I know some people are still looking at the assignments and need to read it from here, but I just want to do a check-in before we sign off or anything, how we're feeling, how we feel about the assignment, and how ready we feel about it being due on Sunday as well.
Not gonna lie, it's probably not gonna be turned until Sunday for me. I've
No.
got a good amount of stuff due before then. So yeah.
No, exactly. I have something due on Friday here, and I'm just like, I'm putting this aside for right now. I gotta get that stuff done for Friday as soon as I can.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably where I'm at. Waiting till Sunday.
Me as well.
Yeah. What are you guys, Leo and Kabir, what are you guys thinking?
I might take a look at it later today.
Sounds good. Sounds
I
good.
need to do that.
I'm just double checking. We're talking about unit 4.3 definitions and responsibility assignment.
No, this is the, let me pull it out here. This is so we're talking, the assignment due for Sunday is a mini RA. We were just talking about the upcoming one, the large RA workshop draft. Because that's
large. Oh,
Mhm.
that's due Friday.
Yeah,
that's due October 6th, but it's available Friday. Okay.
Yeah. So we
Sorry,
only
I'm being, you could say, a fair bit oblivious.
No,
My
you're
coffee's
good.
wearing off.
No, you're fine here, Leo. I was just pointing out, I think you want to put it in for our Unit 3 video. It's just like, hey, make sure to talk about that upcoming assignment here with everybody and, let everybody know we're all relying on each other to get those drafts done so that we can review and compare. So, all right, well, my Zoom thing is letting me know that we have 10 minutes left. That's totally fine with me. Anybody have any other questions or any other things that you guys feel uncomfortable about or the assignment, or are we all ready to break and end for the day?
I think I'm good.
Sounds good. All right,
I'm good,
nice.
so.
Nice. I'll go ahead and make a recording here. It's already recording. Save it, put it into a YouTube video, share it to the group, and submit it as well.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Good. Sounds good, everybody. Have a great day. Good luck on the assignment.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.